squeeze.
Understand.
I'm going to lean now towards JDM. I feel like the size will make a difference. Cardio-wise, JDM has great cardio.
Islam's fucking huge.
Yeah.
He's big, dude.
Yeah.
When I interview him in the cage afterwards, I'm always like, how?
Really?
How are you 155?
Yeah.
How?
I know.
How?
I know.
He's thick as fuck. He's got a giant back.
Yeah.
And when he gets a hold of guys, it's like he's just got this leverage, this grappling.
Islam Makhachev is looking in perfect shape for his welterweight debut against Jack Della Maddalena at UFC 322. The MMA world is buzzing, expecting a closely contested matchup as Makhachev pushes through a grueling training camp to be ready for the win. His ambition to become a two-division UFC champion has driven him since the beginning of his career, and fans expect him to continue competing until he reaches that goal.
Can you just clarify, like, did they make you give up the lightweight title?
The General Shkhuna and everybody?
Yeah, like the
Of
UFC.
course, this is the dream, man. This is the dream for the all champions. Like we know many champions, but not is the from them like double. You know,
Yeah.
that's why everybody want to be double champ. Everybody want to be UFC champ, but we don't have many people who have two belts. That's why
Yeah.
I want to be one of them. You know.
However, Beneil Dariush doesn't think Islam's dream will be fulfilled so soon, predicting that if he faces JDM at UFC 322, Maddalena might have the edge. He explained that size could play a role and noted JDM's excellent cardio, feeling inclined to favor him in the matchup. On the contrary, bantamweight champ Merab Dvalishvili expressed confidence that Islam could become a two-division champion, acknowledging JDM's striking ability, but describing Makhachev as an intelligent and adaptable fighter who would ultimately win.
Islam versus JDM. Do you still favor Islam in that matchup?
I'm going to lean now towards JDM. I feel like the size will make a difference. Cardio-wise, JDM has great cardio. Maybe I'm wrong, but so I just feel like JDM.
It's gonna be hard for him, but it's possible to Islam Makhachev wins the second belt. JDM is great fighter, great striker, but Islam is tricky. He has a good wrestling, and he's southpaw. He don't get hits, but he takes people down and he mauls people down. So, and also we all see the JDM Belal Muhammad's fight, and then I'm sure Islam will take lots of lessons from this fight, and maybe Islam will make some adjustment. It's possible. It's gonna be hard, but Islam can win the second belt.
Dan Hooker thinks the UFC purposely set up this fight, suggesting Makhachev's team may have spotted a weakness to exploit, while admitting it remains a tough challenge for Jack. He also believes Maddalena's size and power could give him a slight edge. Meanwhile, Hooker has also been firing shots at his own upcoming opponent, Arman Tsarukyan, promising an intense, aggressive fight and admitting there's no respect between them.
Pretty confident stylistically with that Jack Della fight they've kind of gone out of their way to chase that fight down. So they obviously see something. I feel like it'll be close, but yeah, that's a big step up. Jack Della's a pretty big boy.
Yeah. Do you think Islam can get past him?
He's obviously got like I feel like he's got a chance, but I feel like that fight leans towards Jack Della.
I could not like him. I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna try and kick his head off. I'm gonna try. It makes no difference to me. It's more exciting for the fans, obviously, with the build-up and the tension and stuff like that. he's a bit of a donkey with his words. He's not going to say anything really interesting, or to say anything to try to piss me off would be very difficult. But yeah, it'll be exciting for the fans, for the press conference, and getting in each other's faces and that, because yeah, I think there's a lot of animosity there. I don't like the way.
Для меня, если честно, все бои сложные, потому что столько тренировок, тренировочный лагерь, весогонка, потом тебе драться надо. Он высокий, конечности длинные, довольно хорошо стал защищаться от партера, встает хорошо, набрал неплохо. То есть, ну то, что он не умеет бороться, вот это самое. Именно в вольной борьбе он защищается не так хорошо. Вот этим и нужно брать. Ну, если бы я выбирал, я бы, конечно, выбрал бы Пимлета или Гейджа. С ним поудобнее, чем с Хукером. Так как Хукер очень высокий, с такими чуть тяжело драться. Тяжелее подойти, они на дистанции отстреливаются. Такие мерзкие удары ногами у него. Сдалека бьет этот тип, и хорошо. Для борцов чуть неудобные удары.
Tsarukyan, however, has downplayed Hooker's trash talk, calling it just showmanship and stressing that he will be fully prepared to control the action and earn a decisive victory. Hooker in turn dismissed Tsarukyan's remarks, saying he acts entitled and hasn't faced real-life challenges. Tsarukyan also revealed he requested a fight against a top contender, but Justin Gaethje turned it down, so he agreed to face Hooker instead.
I don't like his face. I don't like that his face is attached to his body, and I would love to separate the two. I don't like the bloke. I don't know anything about him, but I hate everything he stands for. Can't wait to elbow him in the nose.
Especially we are fighters, you know.
Sure.
Maybe he's gonna talk a lot, but a lot of brothers coming, and hopefully he's gonna. They gonna stop me, you know.
Oh my.
And yeah, I shouldn't do some crazy things. I just gotta be focused, because I'm gonna have 25 minutes to beat his ass.
When you say brothers, you mean your team, right?
Yeah, this time a lot of people comes to Qatar. They don't need a visa, so this time we're gonna have a bunch of people from Russia, from Armenia, so I'm gonna have a big team.
Finishing this one, I'm gonna go for it. You know, I would love. Obviously, that'd be the best case scenario, get the finish. I can see it happening. You know, I can see it blowing the roof off MSG, taking out pound for pound number one with no doubts. You know, finish would be the dream.
But let's get back to the main topic, as fans are buzzing for the Jack Della Maddalena versus Islam Makhachev fight. Maddalena is confident he can defend his belt, promising to finish the fight at Madison Square Garden and send a strong message throughout the division. Johnny Walker sees Islam's move to welterweight as an exciting development, highlighting his toughness and technical ability, while Max Holloway warns fans not to underestimate JDM, noting his high pound-for-pound ranking and dangerous skills.
Do you know why Gaethje said no?
But he knows he could lose to me.
Right. Do you think he's going to get a title shot as a result of saying no? That seems to be the rumor.
Oh, it's gonna be so bad to me, you know.
You mean it's going to be a one-sided fight?
I mean, we'll see how I fight, how like my fight goes, but for sure our fight is number one contender.
When you accepted the fight, did they tell you that? Did they say, okay, it's done November 22nd and it's going to be number one contender, or did you find out like all of us?
No, they didn't say like this is number one contender fight, but like Dana said last weekend,
yeah,
it's a number one contender fight. But you know, like we know they can do whatever they want to do. So
I think Islam, yeah, he's been a really tough fight and incredible technique for the last all his career, no? And I believe he still can get it. But as I said, it's a new division, new body type, new power, everything. It's moving up. It's a big testing for him, but I believe he can do good too.
I think he'd be fine, man. I think he'd be good, you know. But people be sleeping on Jack, you know what I mean? And I think Jack is one of the best fighters in the world right now, and I think people is gonna find out when that match happens. I don't know. I'm hearing rumors maybe October. I think it's going to be a fun fight, smart fight, but a lot of people counting out Jack for I don't know what reason. They just keep counting him out. Kind of reminds me of when I was like coming up and counting me out about certain fights. So, I mean, he is, you know, he's the number 2 pound for pound in the world right now, but he's the number 2 pound for pound in the world for a reason, so you got to respect that. But, you know, don't sleep on Jack. I think it's going to be a tough and fun fight.
Jack Della and what he did him with Bilal is he will, you know, you get people that are worried about the takedown, so like, and then they don't fight their fight on the feet. I'm gonna fight my fight and worry about the takedown when it's there.
Exactly.
And that's perfect. You need to be like that. For me, like with Islam, was like, I'm gonna do my thing. Yeah, I'll be worried about it, but at the same time, find the shots to go in, boom, boom, boom. But I'll worry about the takedown when they're
Later
there. But
on,
I'm still
once
committed
you
to
realize
things.
you can handle it, then you were just like, this shit, I can handle it.
And the confidence Jack Della is going to have now from getting through that, even though he's going to be confident. And then there's another one when you're successful with guys that are very dominant there. When you have the success there, then all of a sudden you're like, okay, now you end up even that much better at takedowns. And then he's going to do a lot. We're actually going to get a bit of training in and that as well. Like obviously he's going to do.
Over there.
Hey?
You going over there?
He'll probably come over here, or maybe we'll get we'll see. I might even go over there, whatever they want. I'm happy to do whatever.
Alexander Volkanovski agrees, highlighting Jack's ability to stay active with strikes even when facing takedown attempts. Robert Whittaker also feels Jack has the skills to challenge Islam, pointing to his size, underrated grappling, and unorthodox striking as potential problems. And Craig Jones thinks Islam might be facing one of his toughest tests yet, recalling his first bout with Volkanovski, where scrambling against a top opponent exposed some weaknesses. He also pointed out Jack's creativity, making him less predictable than more structured fighters.
Why does he beat Islam in your opinion?
I'm biased as heck.
Yeah, exactly.
So I can see the fight playing out very much like he did with Volk, okay? But Jack's bigger. Jack's a little, he's a little bigger. He's got a different frame. He's a hard dude to try and hold down. And I think his jiu-jitsu is very underrated. He has good jiu-jitsu, which means it won't be free. The takedowns won't be free. Being on top of him won't be free. Not to mention, Jack has really good hands, and if he can keep it into that mid-range, into that distance that he likes, make it awkward. He's very good at not only punching straight lines, but punching up. So his hooks, his uppercuts, he mixes it really well. He works the body, which makes it harder to shoot on. You know, I think there's enough angles there to give Islam trouble.
I think it's a super difficult fight for Islam, this one. He's like, obviously he's faced Volk twice. We'll forget about the second one, but the first one, very competitive with the grappling. And now we're talking about he's facing a guy that's some of the best scrambling ability, I think, period, in all of MMA, and some of the most unorthodox grappling. And I think that's what Bilal struggled with. Bilal really just sticks to a blueprint. The blueprint obviously works very well.
I don't know. I haven't seen enough of JDM. I haven't seen enough of his fights. I've seen his last 2, but I haven't seen enough. I'm still going to lean towards Islam just because I've seen him handle all issues. And he's had high levels of success in the past.
But in terms of creativity and what Bilal does, I think it's pretty strict. Jack, as you saw in that fight, some of his off balances and grip breaks and some of the things he does, it's really hard to prepare for that. So I think like Islam, the size difference is going to be quite a lot bigger than people think. And we've seen how Volk did on the ground and how much Islam struggled with him in the grappling exchanges. And having seen Jack and Volks work together, seeing the skill sets, like this is a perfect one. The UFC want guys that stand and bang. I'm trying to still help them out, even though potentially enemies.
Do you feel confident about this one?
Yeah, very, very confident for this one.
However, Jack Hermanson pointed out that moving up in weight always brings uncertainties, even for a dominant fighter like Islam. He suggests his control at lightweight might not fully translate to welterweight.
Yeah, it's so hard because you never know when people are changing weight classes. But in lightweight, you know, Islam looks like unbeatable. It's just like maybe the pound for pound best. It's just so insanely good. But can he do it in a weight class above? I'm not sure. really, really hard to predict a fight like that. I think I still have to say Islam. Yeah,
Okay.
I think so. Yeah, we need to see a few more fights with Jack. It looked amazing against Bilal, but yeah, I don't know, man. It's something about Islam is just so good.
In the end, opinions across the MMA community are as split as ever. Some believe Islam's precision, wrestling, and mental strength will remain too much for anyone, regardless of weight. Others see Madalena's momentum, composure, and striking IQ as the perfect storm to test the Dagestani champion like never before. What is certain is that Khabib's presence in Islam's corner, the shift to a new division, and the Aussie's surge of confidence have turned this fight into one of the most talked about showdowns of the year. So what are your thoughts on this matchup? Share your predictions in the comments below, and if you enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe.